Last time on Dragon Ball EX, not only would Vegeta and Goten finally appear to put an end to this evil Goku, but in a surprise twist, also Android 17 and Piccolo. After using the Blutz Wave Generator to reach Super Saiyan 4, it would be revealed to the prince that his son was the first to fall in battle, resulting in an explosion of energy. But what exactly is this new form in front of us?
This story is created by Sebliet and is part of an ongoing series. Catch up fully using the links below.
Taking the upper hand by miles, Piccolo states that Vegeta now possesses an incredible amount of power. There's no way he can lose this fight. While that may be, 17 points out that if things continue as they are, he's going to kill his opponent before they can find a way to recover Goku's body. Right now, they can only hope Vegeta retains control of his emotions and doesn't let his hastiness do anything he'll regret. At least until they get that guy talking. The villain sits on the ground furious at this turn of events. This can't be possible. Goku is supposed to be the most powerful being in existence. Worst of all, he now can't leave this planet without destroying it first. It could become a great bother otherwise. He let his ego control his actions, and now knows he should have done it when he had the chance. Vegeta quips that the Body Snatcher here said he'd start talking if they defeated him. Does he want to do that now? Or should he keep hitting him? Damn it! The evildoer has become totally inept in this battle, but there's still one thing left he hasn't tried. He screams out to the Earth's Guardian that he's done playing around and will destroy this world once and for all. He screams that above him is the entirety of his own vital energy. After it touches down, there won't be a trace of anyone left. You're all going to die! Ah! The imposter admits Vegeta is more powerful than himself, something he truly doesn't want to confess. But even this new form won't be enough to stop this attack. Piccolo shouts he's not bluffing. Vegeta's power isn't enough to stop this blast. The Earth will be destroyed. As the prince fends off this apocalyptic energy, the entire Earth begins to tremble. From Roshi and Krillin to Chaozu and Tien, the latter fearing the planet won't be able to resist much more. Even the Kais believe it appears that Vegeta's starting to yield. It's over! But as we finally get first-hand information, what everybody's afraid of does have merit. Vegeta expected more from this transformation. He's at his limit and his arms are going to give out at any second. If he's going to save anyone, he'll have to take the entirety of this blast himself. Everyone here, including the other Z fighters, will die as a result, but the Earth will remain. There's no other choice. When he remembers, Trunks. Deflecting the attack, the villain can't believe this! Now he's left with no energy at all. Looking on, the others cheer that he's done it. Now they can make that guy talk and find a way to recover Goku. While the others look on in excitement, Piccolo appears almost terrified that Vegeta is able to fend off so much ki. Hero snarls his foe is done. That technique left him completely drained. Now he'd be lucky to even find the strength to get himself back on both feet. Kakarot would have never been such a fool to try that in a fight. As the imposter attempts to flee using instant transmission, Vegeta stops him before breaking his arm. Goten pleads that's enough. If he kills him, they'll never know how to get his father back. Piccolo chimes that last attack was as powerful as a spirit bomb, but now he's out of ki. It's very curious why he would risk so much. Contrary to the prince's previous statement, the fraud manages to hold himself up. But only for a moment. Vegeta questions if he'll talk now. If he beats him down one more time, he'll probably die, and he's mistaken if he thinks he wouldn't try it. His adversary relents, only requesting he give him a moment to gather himself. The Kais celebrate in this unexpected turn. Kibito Kai admits to his elder he was right. The mortals can solve their own problems after all. With an I told you so look, since old Kai was right, he figures the least his successor can do is go get him some coffee. Unaware of the fact that the villain still has 2 Senzu beans, he may not be able to beat him, but he might be able to buy just enough time to escape. Growing a sinister grin, he tells Vegeta he will tell him everything he wants, but only after eating this bean. Piccolo bellows exactly what the imposter's planning. He only intends to recover his strength and run away. Though our hero doesn't care. Even at full power, he won't be able to get away. It'll only extend his agony. As their worst nightmare crunches down on yet another Senzu, the Namekian knows he's making a huge mistake. Meanwhile, off-planet, Goku's uncle senses a giant energy coming from the direction he's heading. It's incredible he can feel it from here, but what could be happening there? Either way, he's just excited to finally get to meet the most powerful warrior in the universe, who simultaneously gazes upon his newfound power. The Senzu acted as enough of a Zenkai boost to transcend him to the same heights as Vegeta. He glances over to Piccolo to taunt he was right. He was planning to run away. But now he's not leaving without destroying this planet first. The Namekian curses Vegeta has yet again let his pride doom them all. His excessive confidence has put the Earth in immense danger. Without skipping a beat or recognizing how the situation has changed, Vegeta states that now that he's eaten his little bean, he demands to know who he is and what his intentions are. His adversary insists he calm himself. He's no longer in a position to talk to him like that. What's more, to explain everything would take all day, and he doesn't feel like wasting any more time here. Figuring fair enough, the prince then simply inquires why he chose Kakarot specifically to fuse with. The imposter decides he can at least give him this one thing, and if he's being honest, he claims he doesn't need Goku to achieve his goals. But around 1 year ago, he saw his chance to fuse with him and took it. But he wants to finish this at once. He wants his revenge to consolidate the humiliation he suffered over the last few minutes. In a surprise twist, our hero informs that's a pity. If that's what he desires, he will surely be left with a void to fill, as he doesn't intend to continue this fight. After his foe implores him to elaborate, our protagonist has simply lost interest in this battle, causing the villain to cackle out with laughter. He knew he'd fear him now after his most recent transformation. In that case, he will proceed with the destruction of this miserable planet. Vegeta scoffs for him to think whatever he wants to, but this battle isn't over yet. Another will fight in his place. But another? Those other 3 are nothing but scum. The prince only smiles. There are many things this fraud still doesn't know. However, even Piccolo feverishly wonders what on earth his ally could be up to. Why doesn't he himself want to fight? That's when the Saiyan contacts Goten via telepathy, telling him to listen carefully. Who asks the same question that's on everyone's mind. Why doesn't he want to fight him anymore? Is it that he can't defeat him? He tells how everything points to Kakarot's power having diminished in this fusion. That's why his own power overwhelms him so much. The truth is, he can easily defeat this fake. Because of this, there is nothing which motivates him to keep going with this fight. But how could he say that? This guy plans to destroy the Earth, and he isn't going to do anything to stop him? Though it's because of these reasons, he wants Goten to fight him instead. Who wonders why him? That's impossible. He isn't even close to being on his level. Vegeta snips that he'll cut off his tail, but to do that, he needs Goten to distract him for a moment. He's going to have to completely lower his guard to do it. Once his tail's removed, he will not be able to access this transformation or Super Saiyan 4, so Goten will be able to take him on. He must attack when he gives a signal. This plan's starting to make a bit of sense to the young warrior. But even tailless, he can still go Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta argues if he does, and he surely will. Goten still has the power to beat him. This is not Kakarot. It's only a phony who doesn't know how to use his father's strength. After they pull this off, he tells Goten he'll be on the sidelines for this battle, but he refuses to fight a shadow, a shell of what Kakarot truly is. Getting pumped up, Goten's ready to do this. With a new plan to put an end to this battle once and for all, will Vegeta's apathy once again be the undoing of our heroes? Or will Goten truly be the one to put an end to the imposter's reign?